Welcome back to ASTRONEER, Episode 3. We have just opened up a gateway in the previous episode. We collected some ceramic, which we're going to use in a minute. And we have a lot of power generation stuff here, all of which we gathered for nothing. It was just lying around in the world. We picked it up and brought it back to base. So these windmills, wind turbines, the solar panels, that was all free stuff. We didn't make any of it. We are now about to manufacture a few things, just for convenience. Things we're not going to be able to find out in the world. So the first one, I hope, is the drill mod. This, attached to our terrain tool, is a little drill bit. You see that? I always put it on the side here for convenience. And that is going to drill through harder materials. That's very useful. That's one of the two things we needed to do for retooling. We have printed and attached a drill mod. The other thing we need is the boost mod, and the boost mod unfortunately is going to require zinc, and I don't have any zinc. Here's the boost mod, requires zinc. So today's task, our first task for the day, is to go and get some zinc. Well, almost the first task for the day, because I have something else I'm going to do. I'm going to grab some of this ceramic, I hope. Well, that wasn't ceramic, that was something else, I think. What was that one? Copper. Yeah, I don't want to use that just yet. I'm going to grab some ceramic, and I hope print something to help with our storage. This large storage item does cost 2,000 bytes, but it's going to help. The benefit of this is it turns 2 medium slots on a base into 4 medium slots on a base. So here's our power. A medium slot is this, it's 2 small slots. So a small slot is 1, a medium slot is 2, and a large slot is 4. This is going to turn the large storage, is going to turn that large slot, which is effectively 2 medium slots side by side, into 4 medium slots. Now you can't slot something large onto the 4 medium slots, otherwise you'd slot another large storage on top of large storage and so on forever. But it does mean we can slot more things onto a base if they don't require a large slot. So this one, nearly done, is going to go over here. Pop it down here. Just move that. And now we can fit our windmills on here. We can take our other solar, pop it over there, and we could also pop some small windmills on here. So that's lots of power generating away there. Each of these is 5. These are 1.5 each. That's another 4. I'll leave that one on the tractor for now, because I'm about to use the tractor. Oh, let's take this whole thing, actually. So I don't need all those batteries. What I can do, and I won't use that for now, what I can do is pop all these on here, like that. Now, I can fit 8 small windmills, wind turbines, on a medium storage. Each one is 1.5, so that's 12 power when the wind is blowing from a spot where the medium wind turbine only gets 5. So clearly 12 is better than 5. So although I can produce medium wind turbines, my preference is to produce these small ones and just do lots of them. Small wind turbines are very simple to produce. If I can find them in my listings. Where have they gone? Here we are. So small wind turbine only takes 1 ceramic and it only costs 300 bytes to research. Now we did find clay quite hard to locate initially, but we're going to be able to produce as much of it as we could possibly want very soon. Unfortunately, the small solar generator requires copper, and as we've seen, copper is pretty hard to come by. It's around, but it is not everywhere. So I tend to produce wind turbines rather than solar power generators, and these little batteries cost 1 zinc. But as you see, we've already found like 4 of them, and we weren't even trying very hard. They were just lying around in the world. And I don't have any zinc right now, but I do have some batteries, so clearly you don't need to go very far to find those batteries. Now, I'm gonna borrow this medium storage. And again, I'm being very untidy, just throwing everything on the floor. I'm going to head down in the mines, in the caves, and go looking for some zinc. And I know I found some earlier, but it was a very small deposit. I'm hoping it's going to turn out to be a little bit more than it looked like it was going to be, because there really wasn't very much there at all. Let's go and have a look. This vehicle is very small. And it fits perfectly down that little tube that I made, so no problems at all. I'm just going to follow this set of tethers. Now I do have a problem getting through all these stalagmites, so I'm going to pop those out of the way quickly. Whoops. Let's try and get a slightly flatter bit of terrain. Some of the underground caves are actually a lot easier to negotiate than these ones under silver because of these stalactites and stalagmites they have in here. So although this is a starting planet, it's not necessarily the hardest one to get around on. Okay, we've got a gap there. Let's quickly run flat around here with this rubbish. Might as well grab that. That was a bit of laterite we left here. I think I can get through now. Whoop. I knocked over my tether, but it didn't disconnect, so that's fortunate. And over here was the one bit of that. There is sphalerite, which is the ore from which I get zinc. I'm hoping that wasn't the only bit. Yes, it looks like there's more under the ground there. If I go that way, it's going to be laterite, but if I go this way, I'm hoping it's going to be sphalerite. It does seem to be. Actually, let's just check our missions. Gather sphalerite. Okay, so there's a mix. That was one. Yeah, that little bit on the top, I'm glad that was sticking out on the surface, because without that, it would have been a struggle to find any. I'd have had to probably dig a lot deeper into the caves. I can see down there is a hole, and that hole is leading through to the next level of caves. I do not want to go plunging down that hole. I'm just going to move this out of the way. While I'm doing that, I might as well empty my backpack. So that was laterite, and this is sphalerite. They don't look a huge lot different to each other, unfortunately. And apparently I picked up some ceramic and forgot to do anything with it. Not a big problem. I've also got this floodlight on me that I brought with me for some reason. And I'm now drilling with that drill mod, so I've got a slightly better drill, and I think that may be helping a little bit. Is there any more sphalerite? Come here, not over there isn't, but under here there is. How did I manage to move my tractor and not actually move the tractor very far? Let's move a little bit further. Okay. That is sphalerite. We have that. That is, it's right on the border between sphalerite and laterite. Oh, I got my 3 pieces, so that's good. That means I can claim whatever that thing is at a landing pad. I will also be able to print the booster mod once I can get to my printer. I've got to smelt first, then I can print. Okay, just going to move that. Let's see if there's any more. Yeah, there's more sphalerite under here apparently. If I get 4 or 5 bits, I'll be happy. Oh, it's right. It's right on the reach of my tool. It's right down there. I'm going to do a little bit of reduction so I can reach a bit further with my tool. There we go. Oh, another one. Well, that was laterite. Doesn't matter. I'm going to need that too. Okay, how are we doing? We've got one more space we can put something in on our digger. There it goes. Okay, that's as full as I can get, and I could put more stuff on here, but I'll call that enough unto the day. So we can follow up tether line back. I'm going to stand that one up because it's just bothering me. I'll move it over to the edge here. Oh, no, I won't move it to the edge here because it's too far away. This is why I hate tethers, because they're so fiddly-faddly. Okay, well that connected to that, and now I've disconnected that one. Well, you know what? It probably doesn't matter because I wasn't getting oxygen from them anyway. The tethers do give you energy, they give you power, I should say, through the lines as well as oxygen, so they do a dual purpose. But I have to say I don't usually run out of power. Just because I'm not on tethers. Okay, back up the tunnel. Can't see very much except the back of my backpack. Here we go. So let's bring this round to the smelter and get smelting. I'll open that up and then I can pop a few things on it, and it's going to be the base for the next thing I'm going to use in production. So let's move some of this across, make a bit of room for some sphalerite. That is sphalerite. 2, 3, 4, 5. That one's laterite. Okay, we can produce our booster mod. We could also produce batteries if we wanted them. Okay, booster mod attached to its rain tool. Again, it's gone on the top. I'm going to stick it on the side now. That draws an extra 0.75 power, and that's 2.5 power. So my terrain tool's using a lot more power now, but it will also be a lot more effective. So more power but less time spent. And I completed the job I wanted to complete, which is retooling. And this one right, well that's what that did. So drill into terrain. Cannot, okay, so looks like we have to put this down on the ground somewhere. I'm going to put it over here. Got a nice. This is oddly large flat area with no plants on it. Let's put it over here. Not too far from the base, so we don't have to walk too far, but also not too close. In case something bad happens with it, I'm just going to bring it a little bit. I can find my mouse, there we are. Okay, that'll do nicely. Gosh. So that's what that is. And of course it wasn't giving me any oxygen. I've now put that in. Okay, activated it. It wanted some power. So I can use this power cell to give it power. I could of course plug in a windmill or a whatever else, but the power cell gets the job done. That's done. I think it wanted me... No, it didn't want me to look at that. What does it say here? Okay, we've done that. Install oxygenator. I don't have one. Am I going to have to print one? We know what, there's one right here. Let's borrow it. Oh. Refine tungsten from wolframite. I don't have any tungsten, or I don't have any wolframite. I don't have any lithium. Print small shuttle, and install oxygenator in shuttle. It also says print an installer, so I can't get this one out now. Print an auto arm, store a resource. Unlock a Nexo research aid unit. I get a buggy. Print a packager. Okay. So planet core. Use data log to activate Xenobiology lab tracker. That's this thing. Okay. I'm not going to bother reading all of that because it'll tell me what I need to know here. Oxygen filters, whoop-de-doo. Never use them. However, will it give me anything else? It says scan shells. I do have, what's that? Oh yeah, this is what I wanted. Okay. So, I'll have to move my tractor a bit out of the way. So my manufacturing is going to continue over here. Oops. And where did that box go? Over here. I'm going to move the smelter to this side and put this soil centrifuge on here. Now, a soil centrifuge is fantastic because it can give me anything I'm short of. This is my storage system right now. So if I want some resin, and I do, oh, I don't have any soil. Oh yes, I have this one. Pop that in there. Oops, and it's going to produce resin for me. Oops. And from that resin, I can produce other things. I'm going to now move my small printer, so making a bit of a mess here. And I'm going to move the medium printer as well. So research. Let's move it a bit closer. Plug that in there. So I need more of these medium storage units. So I'll plug my printer on there, set it to produce medium storage on repeat, and then set the spinner going. While that's going on, I could run out with my tractor and get some more samples. I could also set this lot on the smelter to get some more smelted materials. Didn't mean to take that off. Okay, that can run away. And I can also use the medium printer to do another large storage unit. Okay, that's running away. Let's go and find some things we can stick in the research scanner. Sun is on its way down again. Here is a shell. I need to scan 5 of those. Here's some more resin. Oop. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Looking for large things I can scan. Any up in the trees? I don't see any on those trees. Here's some more shells I can scan. I saw a little windmill down there, I'll go and grab that. Always worth getting any power generation items or power storage items I can find. By the way, I tried to see if I could, there's a research item, if I could slow this camera movement, but although there was something saying something about camera, it didn't actually change anything. I couldn't see what it was supposed to do, but it didn't affect, at least I don't think it affected the smoothness of the camera, so my apologies if the camera feels jerky to you. Okay, backing out of the forests into the plains. The little windmill is perfectly adequate on this planet, at least, to keep the tractor powered up. You know, I did an EXO research thing, but I didn't have the mission at the time I did it, so they didn't count it. It's a little bit annoying. That's why you sometimes have to save your missions for the right moment. Okay, that's going to be at least 1500 bytes. Or roughly that anyway. It doesn't tell me before I know, but right, I need to print a small shuttle, and a small shuttle is one of these. I have the bytes. Only costs 2 aluminum, but I do need a printer, a large printer, and I don't currently have a large printer. So I'm going to need to create some of my favorite material. Well, one of my favorite materials, which is compound. So let's switch that over to compound. I won't put it on repeat because sometimes you forget it's on repeat and then you end up printing the thing you didn't want. So that compound will do there, and we can switch the medium printer to print a large printer. I can happily set on repeat because it's not going to repeat, because there's not going to be enough compound to do it. Got some more laterite or materials on me that I can put away. If I put another storage on there, then I can smelt some more of this. That zinc I don't particularly need. Those power cells I'll chuck out of there for the moment. And I had a research item here. I forget when I picked that up, but I can go down there. Oh yes, I was going to research one other mod for my tool. And I found recently this wide mod is particularly nice. That's what I wanted that zinc for. So let's find the wide mod. And that's gone straight onto my tool. That helps when I'm sucking things up. You see it's a much wider circle. I'll take the mod off. You see it's a smaller circle. So the mod basically helps me cover a larger area of ground quicker. And I found that to be quite useful. I'm running out of oxygen because I'm not near anything that gives oxygen. I'm going to need to print an oxygenator at some point. Let's move that. Unlock the base. And use this to print my small shuttle. What does it cost to print an oxygenator? Aluminum and ceramic on a small printer. So aluminum here, ceramic here. Not sure why my small printer's on the floor. Why did I do that? Oh, I was moving things around. Okay. So I need that oxygenator going. My air pipe across the top here gives me about 70 to 75 seconds of air. It's not very long. And it looks like we're kind of low on power because we've got several things printing at once. Even though I haven't got an oxygenator in this base right now, it's still giving me oxygen, which is very nice of it. I've got on this base all the slots on that particular slot are filled, so on that. Okay. So I could probably do with another power base to put things on, or at least another large platform B to put storage on. Let's just use our generator to get a bit of extra power going. So apart from the small shuttle, what else was I supposed to produce? Oh, I did the shells. Filter area with... whoops. Filter area with... provides a area with soil, zinc, bounce, vine, seed. There's the terrarium, I dropped it on the floor. Soil. I don't have any right now, let's just grab a little bit from inside the tunnel. My tunnel's been disconnected. So my tethers aren't working because I switched off the... I took away the oxygenator from the base. But that's okay, because I don't actually use the tethers anymore. Let's pop some soil. Never see my mouse mark. There it is. That's enough soil. Doesn't have to be a lot. Doesn't have to be a full load. Zinc, I probably have. This is zinc. Move that. Zinc. Bounce vine seed. That is something I think is up in the mountains. Okay. The shuttle is built. I'll just quickly clear all this clutter off. Did I just connect that to myself? Right, that can go on there. That's my shuttle. And to go with the shuttle, I need to install the oxygenator and I need to attach a solid fuel thruster, which I don't have. Okay, oxygenator. Did I print one? Yes, it's on my bag. Okay, oxygenator. Okay, that should now be done. Yes, and I need to print and attach a solid fuel thruster, which I think is going to be here. Solid fuel thruster, doesn't cost much. Ammonium and aluminum. That's why we picked up some ammonium. And do we have any aluminum left? Yes, we do. It's going to be time to tidy up again, I think, soon, because there's stuff all over the floor. Right, there's my thruster. Okay, that's going to go under here. And it's going to give me 2 items. 3 items. QTRTG, a field shelter, and a solid fuel thruster. Okay. Field shelter. The QTRTG durable power source provides no fuel management. Requires no fuel management. Fabulous rewards. Rarely found in wrecks. That is now a permanent source of energy. And that one, as long as I don't die, isn't going to come off my back for the rest of the game. I've still got this terrarium on me. I've got some soil. I don't really need that wind turbine. But on the other hand, I haven't got anywhere else to put it. What I could do with is some more soil to start tidying things up a little bit with some resin. But I actually saw some resin, so let's grab this. I can collect both soil and resin at the same time. I've got an empty soil canister on me. Let's get this other one. Oh, there's a third one over here. Let's have that. Let's switch this printer to large platform B, and let's pop some soil in there. Whoop! Fumble fingers today. Okay. Oh, and I've got to start it because I don't have it on auto. Oh, and that's why I don't have it on auto. It would have started compound, not resin. So that's going to be 4 resin there. I can also set this small printer to take the other bit of resin that's going to be left over and make me a storage. This thing dropped off the empty canister, so I'll have that back. So this should magically spring into action. Yes. And I've got to keep an eye on my air supply because I keep forgetting that I don't have any permanent air supply yet. So, oh, I didn't set this one to automatic, so let's just get that one started. And this one I'm going to stop after this round. Right, let's grab these storage units and go and load up on resin and also soil. Oh, hang on, I think I see something I want. Two things I want. I want this. I'm going to have to move. Okay, I didn't open that last package because I thought this might happen. Oh, I could have had that one as well. Right. Actually, I may be able to sneak something. Okay. So this is a bounce vine. This is a bounce vine seed. This is a bounce vine seed going in my backpack. And if I remember right, can I do this? So this thing on the front, is that a medium or is it too small? It's a medium. So I can pop something on the front there and put more storage on the front of my tractor, and that still keeps me going in terms of power supply. That gives me room for this. And I've got my bounce vine seed. I did that. I need to go to a landing site to collect that. Okay. Let's continue looking for a bit of resin. If I remember rightly, there was a bit of resin over here, yes. Okay, I'll park facing that way so I don't Fall down the resin hole, and now it's my opinion that the wide mod just collects a bit faster, and that saves me a bit of time. It's going to use up soil faster when I'm laying it down, but it's also going to do a wider path and all that malarkey. Bit of organic, I might as well take it. One more space on there. And then on the front here, we've already filled up 3 soil canisters with that short little bit of collection. Okay, I think so. I've got 3 more in there, and 2 more on there, and 2 or 3, and 4 more on me. So let's quickly grab some more resin. This one's going to tip out. 1, 2, 3. Okay. One, 2, 3. And folded that up by mistake. Okay, a little bit fiddly on the on there. Sun's heading down. Okay, we've got a platform we can start doing some tidying up of all our resources and figure out what we have, what we haven't, and what we're going to do about not having what we want. That can go on there, that can go on there, and we pop these in here. Now I could just hop in my shuttle and go, but I like to prepare a little escape package for my first trip. It becomes less important when I get bigger shuttles, but this first shuttle trip, I don't feel that an oxygenator is a worthy companion on my first trip. What I like to do is prepare a medium storage unit like this, stick it next to the shuttle and put the things that I think I want with me on this medium storage platform, and then pop it in the shuttle where the oxygenator would have gone. So I'm going to open that up. This oxygenator that's in the shuttle, I'm going to put it back on the shelter because I don't think I need it on the shuttle. Oops, I'm going to throw it on the floor. Okay, that restores something. It's supposed to restore the tethers, but I think I broke my tether line, so not entirely working, but it doesn't matter. So I'm going to want a field shelter, I'm going to want a tractor and a trailer, and I'm going to want a bit of spare aluminum so I can make another soil centrifuge when I get there. That's aluminum, that's aluminum, that's aluminum. I forget what the other thing I wanted on the for a trailer was, but I'll find out when I get to the printer. So tractor. Trailer, I needed a compound. So we have our field shelter, tractor and trailer. I'm going to want a medium printer with me. Now I could go there and print one when I get there, or I could print one before I go by setting this up for a medium printer, and 2 compound. It's not a lot of space required, but it just speeds things up a little bit when I get to the other end. So let's print some compound. I want one more aluminum, which I'm going to put on here. Okay. So I've got a tractor trailer. I could do with some... Where am I going to go? That's the question. One of the things I need is tungsten, isn't it? So eyes on tungsten. Talking tungsten. De Solo or Calidus. So we're going to do... Let's do the... Finish the terrarium quest with... Oh, where did my terrarium go? It's on the front of the tractor, isn't it? Well, it was on the front of the tractor. I put it over here. Right. Let's finish this quest. So somewhere down there is, there it is, a small trumpet horn. Whoop. Let's just pop this on here. Where did he go? Oh, he's over there. I'm going to take the terrarium with me. Was that it? It only took 2 dances. Okay. So I need to slot this terrarium. More power. More power. I sound like Tool Time Tim. Okay. Sylvie can wait there. There's the power. can leave that there as well. Oop. Well, that was nice. Okay, we have another entry. I will not read through all these entries, but they are there. Okay, I have a new mission. So I can go to Solar or Calidor to find tungsten, which is the next thing I'm going to pick up. Either one works. I'm going to take some of my existing resin, stick some of that on this base, so as soon as I get there I can print up a large platform B, and I also need some power. Calidor. If I go to Calidor, oh, this okay. There's a reward for this as well. Yay, oxygen filters. Okay, what I'm going to do is call it a day here. I'm going to do a little bit of tidying up off camera, just picking up some of this stuff I've got lying around, and then in the next episode we're going to use the shuttle and we're going to head to Calidor and whatever mysteries await us there. So it's good night from him, and it's good night from me.